Okay, hi. Got your plan open in my copy of Pro 2015. It looks like you did a pretty good job. And well, when I say you, I mean that the auto roof generator did a pretty good job. It's got the gable, and the only thing that's not right is this one here, and that's actually your fault. Now, the easiest thing to do for a veteran user like me or Eric is to be critical and point out things that you could have, should have, and would have done, and so forth. Like I would never use this wall type. Um, what's the point? Let me open this wall up. You've picked a frame 3.5 frame. That means that there's no interior layers, there's no exterior layers. It's just butt ugly. And the picture shows stone that you posted. Stone, and then there's shingles up here. So I think it's reasonable. I'm just going to change the front walls. I'm going to shift select these front walls. Oop, well, you got that one running on the inside. That's a no-no. You break that wall off, and now we'll do these walls here. Not the interior ones. Those of you who want to change to a different wall type, to an interior wall type using sheetrock, because that's what you normally finish a house with. Okay, and that one. Can't get this one because I haven't broken it up. Anyway, I'm going to open those. Why am I getting that? Okay. Cute. Let me just get these around the porch. I don't think I got a wall that time. Yeah. So many layers on that sometimes it's harder to select what you want to select. I think I just missed there. Let's try one more time. Alright, we'll just do those walls. I'm going to go over here and we'll select brick 4. And of course it's got brick on it, but I'm going to change that material by clicking on it, and then we're going to go to masonry and stone, but not brick, and stone, and stack stone. Looks better than what you had, I think. Now, I'm going to draw over this wall. A little bit easier, I think, to do it this way than to try to shift select all those walls and change them. That's all the wall changing I'm going to do. Now, if that's facing the wrong way, I'm going to flip the layers over and then make sure, yeah, whoops, what happened with that? What happened? When I flipped it, it looked, well, I go, okay. I'm not quite sure why that, oh, I bet you have a layer on that I never use. Let me find layer display options. I think it's walls. Main layer only. No, you don't have that on. Never mind. Okay, that one's out of line. That's something I did, not something he did. I'm going to drag it over until it aligns with the interior wall. That's aligned enough because if this wall on the inside, oh, okay, that shouldn't be occupying the same space as this wall. See now this wall here has sheetrock on the inside. This one doesn't. I'm going to change that one because we're having a connection problem. And it's probably because the wall types are, you know, I never use frame 3.5. Never, well, almost never. For specialized applications, sometimes I'll use it. Okay, see now we got interior layers and they line up and then now the software's happy. Okay, now what that did, I was looking at this thing earlier. I'm not going to address this in this tutorial. I'll leave that for you to solve. See, now I got stone on the front. There's more I could do with this, but I wanted to address this. Okay. See, in your image, this is raised. It's obviously raised. See, you got this fascia top here, which aligns with this. The auto roof builder aligned all of these fascias. Now this one's lower. This is a porch roof, kind of a shed roof, and then this one's higher than the rest of the house. See, there's this fascia top right there aligns with this over here, and this is visibly 18 to 24 inches taller. Now, how you would get the auto roof generator to recognize that would be to, we'll go over here, wall types. I'm going to just use an invisible wall to section this part off from the rest of the porch. See? Now, this you've got set to, as a default for the first floor, 9 feet. And I think it's going to be 2 feet taller. So, that'd be 11 feet. We'll set that to 11 feet. The ceiling in here. And then on this wall, we want a shed roof. You have to tell this, you have to lead the software to a result there. So we go to the roof tab and high shed gable. This setting is not correct. I'm going to undo that. It's not a high shed gable wall, so why call it one? Okay, I want the pitch over that wall, over this wall, to be 312, not 8. Now, it may get a goofy result, but I'm not worried about that. Now, all I did was raise the ceiling in here, and here, on this wall, I told you I have 312 over it instead of what it does have. Now, I could auto rebuild with those new commands, but you really need, like Eric said, you need to learn how to manually edit roofs if you're going to ever learn this software and do anything, design work with it. So I'm just going to do this manually. Okay. I'm going to go Shift F6, tile the screens, and then on this plan view screen, I'm going to zoom in. So basically what I want to do is I want to take this roof plane here, that one, this one here. I'm just going to transform, replicate it straight up. I'm not going to copy it, I'm going to move it and raise it up 24 inches. That's where it should be, based on my estimates. It should be up here. This roof plane stays where it is. So I'm going to go over here on this side, and so this half of the gable stays where it is. I'm going to break it off from this one. Then I'm going to take this roof plane and make a copy of it. We're going to copy it one time, and I'm going to take that copy and reflect it in plan view. So it's, you'll see, it'll slant the other direction. Now, I don't need to particularly move it because I'm going to move it myself. See, here's the one, the copy I just made. So, and it did reflect. So I'm going to move it over. And until the baseline of the roof bears on this wall where it's supposed to. Now you can see now, let me rotate this view, that it's more like your image. This is 2 feet higher than where it was. Okay, our work's not finished. I've got to tie this in, this edge here, and tie it into this roof above. I'm going to reshape it like that. And then I'm going to connect this edge here to this edge here. I'm going to try to and see what it does. Okay, I'm not surprised I get this kind of a message here. Basically, I just asked the software to do something it's not designed to do. No big deal. It just indicates that there's more manual work that I need to do to make this work. Okay, so this roof plane needs to tie into that one. So I'm going to need to change the geometry of that roof plane so that it can do that. So I'm going to put a brake there. Sometimes the brake tool kind of works and then doesn't work, so I don't just keep trying. Okay, that put a brake there. I want to, like I said, I'm going to change the geometry of this roof plane. I'm going to make this, pull this up like that. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to end up. I'm going to, that brake didn't work, so I hit it again. No, that didn't work. I'm left clicking on the brake tool. Okay, it worked. That worked that time. Now, I've isolated this line here. I'm going to try to connect it to this left side of the gable with the join roofs tool. Okay, it's still, all that tells me is that I still don't have it quite right. Let me get another viewpoint here on this orthographics screen. Oh, I've been working on the wrong roof plane. Yeah, I've been trying to change these. I need to be changing this one here. Sorry. So I'm going to undo what I did on this roof plane. I'm going to put it back where it was. Or try to anyway. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the brakes that I put in that roof plane by just dragging them to an existing corner. And whenever you see this dialog, my advice is don't show this message again during a session and cancel, because that tool, I've never figured out a useful purpose for it. Now, I'm going to connect this roof plane here to this roof plane to kind of undo what I did. Get that edge. Okay, pull this out of the way. I just want to put this edge. Okay. But this is what you run into with manual roof editing. You keep bumping into this, and sometimes it's hard to see. Maybe there's a brake that I didn't. Oh, there it is, right there. Usually when you get that message, it's because there's a brake that you put in there, or that is there, that is unnecessary. And I think maybe that's it. Now let's see if this will join. Okay, and it did. Okay, now this roof plane, we still, no, this one still needs to tie in up here above. We'll look at your image again. See, well, okay, this side matches this one, and so the geometry of your roof is different from what this picture shows, and that's what I've been bumping into. I've been trying to do one thing, but your actual .plan file is not set up properly for this particular geometry. But none number one, this design here is going to create a dead valley right there. So we're going to have to draw a roof cricket in there. It's an unnecessarily complicated roof design, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, this is bad designing. When you design in a dead valley, by dead valley I mean a roof area that creates itself into kind of a trough where water will stand during rain. It's guaranteed over the lifetime of the roof to leak. So as a designer, you want to avoid those kind of situations, but that's what's I'm being demanded to create now. Now I got this up where it's supposed to be, and this roof plane then comes and dives into this one. That's what we need to do next. Okay, if I just take that back like that. Can't really see what I'm doing because it's underneath. Let me rotate this a little bit. Rotate. Sometimes we click on the icons, you know, and they just don't. Okay, so this roof plane here is supposed to not die down here. It's supposed to die into this one, per your image. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab that and just drag it up here. And that's the dead valley I'm talking about. Right there. That's what you call a trough, a roof trough, or a dead valley. And that's your problem. The way you fix that is to draw a little triangular roof plane in here so that the water doesn't stand, and then it's a low pitch, but it still allows the water and gravity to take the water away. So, although this kind of looks like crap, it's closer to the image that you were talking about. Now, we got a shed roof that we need to have here. So I'm going to go over here to this screen, and I'm going to go and make this roof plane icon active, and then I'm going to draw a manual roof plane and draw it in there. And I want it over the wall top at 9 feet. Now again, the image shows that this does not match this. See, this is a little bit high. The gable fascia top on the right is a little bit lower, so we're going to manually lower this so that they're not the same height. And right now, well, let me show you what I'm talking about. This one here, we open it up. The fascia top height is 106 and a half. And this one here is probably 106 and a half. See, it is. And I don't want the pitch 812, I want it 312, because I'm just guessing. It might be 412, maybe it's 512. But see, now it's way, way up there. So I'm going to take this roof plane and use transform replicate. And I'm going to move it down minus 12 inches and see what that looks like. Yeah, see, now it's slightly lower than this one. I think that's what your image shows. Now, if you don't have blueprints and a scale, then you just have to guess at this sort of thing. I'm going to lower this just another 2 inches. I think it needs to be a little bit lower. Minus 2. And we'll call that in the right position. Who knows if it is? I don't know. I'm just going by the image. Oops. Something, okay. So there's that shed roof that you're supposed to have. Now, it doesn't, and let's see, it doesn't, I'm going to go up to the attic and then back down so that I can see where the wall is. Okay. See, I pulled this in a little bit too far, so it's chopping the wall. I'm going to pull this this outside the wall above. It's an automatically generated wall. And let's take a look at your image again. See, that one just terminates against the side of this gable, your entry gable. And that's where this invisible wall is, so we'll take this over right against the edge. And that's roughly it. You turn on the reference display again. Not sure I'm seeing this wall here. Let me get an orthographic view of this. We'll go on this screen here and okay, well, one thing is I've got this gable here. It needs to terminate here and just have a little overhang. I hadn't noticed that earlier. So I'm going to click on this plan view screen and break this. It's a little bit hard to see exactly where it comes across, but I'm going to click there and put another break in it so I can turn this and whoops, well, not that angle, but like that. And then I need to come this out so that it clears this wall here to right about there. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. What is that? Right there. It's well, I just need to clean that up. I don't think there's anything bad going on there. Now that looks more like it still looks bad because it's not finished. But in terms of getting the roofs in the right positions and configurations, that's more correct. I don't know about these front-facing pictures, if they're correct relative to the image, but they look a little bit steeper than what you've got. But we do have this condition, we do have this, and we have this. We don't have this, where this side of the gable goes all the way up. And I'm not going to pursue that. That's your problem. But it may be that the geometry of the floor plan that this image was taken from does not match the geometry of your floor plan, and where they wouldn't match thereby. So I'm not going to solve every possible problem. Well, actually, what would happen then is this one would crawl up. This gable here would then be changed to eliminate part or all of this, and it's more work than I want to get into just for a tutorial. But I wanted to show you that it's fairly easy to get this sort of a condition in. And so there's your shed roof, there's your raised gable. That you could automatically generate it this way by just, like I showed you, isolate this area, give it 11-foot ceiling, then the auto roof generator would automatically put this up here 2 feet higher. And then you'd have to tell this wall to have a 312 over it, and it might automatically draw it. It probably wouldn't, but it would put in the shed roof. But the auto roof generator did a pretty good job on this, and you just didn't guide it enough to get this kind of a condition going over here. So you you might try it again with the auto roof generator with those new settings that I showed you, and then go from there. That may actually be a better way to go than just manually editing it, because this roof plane should, in your image, goes all the way up and then ties into the back of the house, and there's a lot of manual editing left to make that happen. And so I would recommend you try to auto generate it again, and see if you can get a little bit closer. Okay, thanks for watching.